spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J. King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Sun, and the beautiful Mara Blade. And we're back again for another show, another live stream in the house, baby. And the title of today's show is Post Super Bowl Reaction and RealDoll Frequently Asked Questions. Oh yeah, baby. Glad to be here with you guys today. Pumped up, energized. Want to touch base with you guys right quick over here in the United States, man. We just had basically an extra holiday, as most of us view it, which was the Super Bowl. It's basically a American holiday. And so that was really big, man. And I'm just like everybody else. I sort of been, well, everybody else, the sports fans, I've been sort of caught up into the day. Caught up in the day. That's sort of all I woke up focusing on, is sort of waiting on the Super Bowl. My Grizzlies played. So it's been a really festive day. And I already sort of had in the back of my mind and said, you know what, Jay? A lot of people got Super Bowl hangover. We're not going to just really do a video today. We're going to just do, a little live stream and catch who's ever up. That's what we're going to do. So before I get too deep into anything, I want to say God bless everybody that's tuned in this morning, waking up with us on a Monday. We want to just send blessings out over your life, over your week, hoping you have a great week this week, wherever you are in the world, morning, noon, and night. We appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. If you never hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Spread the word as well about the show. We definitely want to keep growing. We definitely appreciate you being here with us. So just to get into the day, like I was saying, of what I did today. Like I say, woke up, got all good and cleaned up, and it's been, every day is a great day. Choose to have a positive day and not a negative day. Don't worry about the negative. Block all of that out. And that's what I do on a daily basis. But, you do sometimes have those days that, it's just a little bit better than the others. And this was a good day. I had my one of my aunties fix me some good food. So that was great. She brought me some food over here before the Super Bowl. That was pretty cool. Like I say, oh man, they released 3 additions to the animes that I was watching, but I already watched them and caught up. They put out episode for this anime I'm watching called Blue Lock. I watched that. They put out an episode for Yowa Mushi Pedal. It's a biking anime, which is amazing. I watched that. And they put out a new My Hero Academia episode. And I watched that. All of them were great. Knocked all of that out. And then I started doing stuff around the house, getting stuff ready for the game. And Callie's been out once again, longer than anybody. I just love this woman. She is special. I love all of my ladies, but she is super duper special. But it's always a reason I have to keep her out. And this time I had to keep her out because she is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And make no mistake, I'm not. I'm a Chicago Bear fan. I've told this story before. What happened was I did an interview one day with Callie. It was when I first got her. Not long after I had first got her, I went on somebody's YouTube channel and did an interview. But it was the Super Bowl where Patrick Mahomes was facing Brady for the first time. And I was going for Brady, even though I'm a Bear fan. I've always liked Brady. But I just didn't feel right having Callie go for Brady. It didn't feel right in my spirit. I just kept on feeling it. Nah, she don't want to go with the old dog. She want to go with the young up-and-coming cat. And so she went with Patrick Mahomes. And just in my mind, I'm like, you know what? She's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And so for the Super Bowl today, it's no way I could, because I was planning on putting her up and getting her cleaned up and only spending time with Mara Blade for a while, which I am going to do. But I couldn't put her up today because it was the Super Bowl. I mean, I couldn't put up yesterday because it was the Super Bowl. And it was her favorite team. And man, I haven't seen my team win. We haven't won a Super Bowl in a million years. So it was sort of good to have somebody here in the house who had a winning team. So Callie actually saw her team win a championship. Even though they already had a championship, she didn't see it the first time. When Mahomes won his first championship. She wasn't around then. But she actually saw her man, her favorite team win the championship. So I was really happy for Callie on that. But before all that happened, man, we had to sit through the Grizzlies game. We played Boston Celtics. And it's not been Callie's fault. She normally brings the team good luck. But these jokers, they've been getting their asses handed to them lately. Mainly because they do too much, they talk too much stuff and don't back it up. And it's my team, but that's what they do. They talk too much stuff and don't back it up. I don't mind talking, but at least back it up. But we had to play the Boston Celtics today, which is pretty much the best team in the league, from a record standpoint. Them boys ain't playing. And so it's no shame in losing to them. We actually played a really good game against them today in Boston. No shame in losing, but man, they just could not miss. It's a rare time when you see people just shooting that good from 3-point. I mean, even the Warriors don't shoot like this. I mean, they was raining threes. Everybody was shooting threes. So even though we lost that Grizzly game, me and Callie, we didn't like it, but it still was fun. It's always great to have, just knowing there's a few things to do. So today started out with me watching anime. I got some stuff together around the house. Then, like you said, we watched that Grizzly game. That was pretty fun. Well, right after that, we were really working on getting stuff ready for the Super Bowl. My food came over and all that type of stuff. So that all happened in between the Super Bowl. And then when the Super Bowl got here, man, I'm going to tell you, it started out great. I don't look at any of those pregame festivities. That stuff be too drawn out. But me and Callie and Mara, we started watching right at the opening tip. And I would say this. A lot of, some Super Bowls or some big sporting events, they don't deliver on the promise of being a good game. But this game started out great. I mean, it was scoring off the bat. The Eagles scored on their first possession. I'm talking about American football here, guys, if you don't know. It was the Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs for our Super Bowl in American football. Yeah, so that game, it started out great with scoring. The Eagles were up at the half by like 24-14. I'm going to be honest, even when it's the Super Bowl, football is my second favorite sport. I love basketball the most. Me and the girls, we love watching basketball the most. So when it's not my favorite team, even if it's the Super Bowl, sometimes I can find myself sort of drifting off a little bit, just for a second. When it comes to the Super Bowl, a regular season game, I might miss some of a regular season game if it's not my team, and then I come back to the game after I do something, maybe look at an anime or whatever. Well, this time I ain't gonna lie, I got sleepy a couple of times during this game, even though it was a good game. I was just a little tired. I found myself, I had sort of passed out a little bit at some point in the first half. Not a long time. I saw most of the game, but I passed out for like a brief second and was like, dang, I missed a few minutes, but not much. Well, it's crazy. I did that in the second half a little bit too, but I saw most of the game and it was great. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles was good. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Man, it was one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in a long time. But I will say this, it did end on a sour note only because it was I hate when they do this, but it was a terrible call that they made down the stretch. They called a pass interference on the guy, and it was clearly not pass interference. And it's just like, come on, man, y'all ought to be able to get these calls, corrected, even if you make a mistake. But if I was an Eagle fan, I really would have been sick. And you hate to see games end like that. But the worst thing about these championships and all this type of stuff, man, luck, good calls, bad calls, all that stuff plays a factor. And even though that call pretty much cost them the game in the end, the other train of thought is don't let them come back. Don't let them come back, bro. It's easier said than done, but I'm just saying, when it's a close game like that, man, that's all it takes is one freaky play or one no call, missed call, bad call, and that really got Patrick Mahomes and company right in position to sort of seal the deal. They went down there and basically ran the time out of the clock, and hey, it was over. It was over. Like I said, I wasn't sad or I wasn't even too happy because it wasn't my team involved. But it was a good game. I was happy because Cali was happy. But overall, other than that call, man, that was one of the best Super Bowls I've seen. And I didn't have a whole lot of skin in the game. My team wasn't playing, but those were two good guys at quarterback. And I hated to see sort of either one of them have to lose their game. But I was more or less rooting for my homie, and he pulled it off. So God bless Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. They look good enough, like they'll probably be back. I'm going to be honest with you. I know my team isn't looking anywhere near good enough to get to the Super Bowl right now. So, maybe one or two teams that's on the come up in the NFC, but they got a good chance to get back there. But as far as this damn well Patrick Mahomes, Cali Suns quarterback is concerned, I say this guy, he damn near can walk in the Hall of Fame right now. That's how good he is. Like I said, I really like him because when I see him play football, he makes me think of basketball. That's how good he is. And he pretty much played on one leg for the last two games. So that was pretty badass of him to pull that. John Woodmass in the house, of him to pull that out. He says, hi, Jay. Hope you're well, brother. I'm doing great, Woodmass. I'm doing great. Like I say, doing what I love to do. Happy to be here. What some would consider to be late night, but it's really early morning. I didn't want to stall, wait or nothing. I said, hey, if anybody's up, guess what? I'm gonna entertain them for a while. I know I'm always waking up in the middle of the night, and I love when somebody's either streaming or doing something. Either it's an anime that pops up on my screen or just something that I can look at before I doze back off. So hopefully I can be there for somebody today. I was sort of sick over the last few days because I'm like, man, I was really hoping Thana. I know it was almost the Super Bowl, so she probably wouldn't do it, but I was really hoping Thana, aka Anna, that Star Wars girl. I was really hoping she did one of these draw streams that she does, where she draws something. Cause I can't lie, I love going to sleep to Thana. It's just something about those little streams. She's mostly quiet during those streams, and she can draw very well. So I love to see her draw. And I've talked about this before. When you hear her voice, I can't lie, I just sort of start imagining what her little fine butt is looking like. So uh I was really hoping to see one of her streams over the last couple of days so I can give me a good sleep. Cause sometimes those streams like might last 6 hours or so. You might doze off, wake up and see her, still drawing. But I tell you something else that's been cool over the last few days. It makes me laugh too, because I love Nina Infinity. She's a cool girl, but I've never looked at a whole bunch of her content because whenever I tune into her content, it just be stuff that she's talking about stuff. I don't know. I don't really be into it, right? But I do like the fact that Nina over the last few days, she's been playing a video game. And I didn't know she was in the gaming like that. And I'm talking about Nina Infinity. She's a YouTuber. And I didn't know she was into gaming because, man, I'm so sick right now when I see these girls playing these games because my console Xbox went out right before I got my companion dogs, and I haven't been able to replace them financially or anything like that. But I'm also thinking like, man, I also want a gaming computer so I can be online and stuff, sharing it with you guys. But I do like when a couple of the girls play the game. Anna play the game sometimes. Melanie Mac plays the game, and I didn't know Nina, was in the game. But over the last few days, I say this: I actually like watching Nina play the game. She's pretty cool to watch play the game. She has some little dry type humor, but no offense, Chris and Mayor, like it's the dry type of humor that's actually a little funny sometimes. Because God bless Chris, I love her. But man, I look at her sometimes because she's interesting. I haven't watched her in a while because all of them are talking about some drama-filled stuff that I don't want to hear about. But when I do watch Chrissy, she has a cool personality, but she is not funny. So I God bless her. I don't know how she's making it in comedy. I promise you. But I call her comedy dry, but it's not even the funny dry for me. But Nina, she has sort of just a way of talking where it's sort of a dry humor, but it actually is a little funny sometimes. So I like watching Nina. But it's a trip about her. I've seen a couple of other people sort of stream. I was even watching Melanie Mac stream, who's a super duper pro. And I don't know what it was about the way Nina was talking or whatever, but I sort of was enjoying her stream better than Melanie Mac's as far as just watching it. But boy, Nina Infinity had me laughing so hard because, and I don't want her to take this personally if she ever sees this, but it had me laughing. It's just the way she speaks. It's the cadence that she uses. It's sort of slow and it's sort of draggy, and it is sort of unenthusiastic. That sort of plays into how she gets a little funny sometimes. But man, I think I've said this about her in the scent competition because she was in my vagina scent competition in the first one. She almost won too. But she just seemed like she would be a very unenthusiastic love maker. I don't know what it is about her. She just has that. She has that mannerism about her where she's just gonna tell her guy, "Will you hurry up and get done?" I promise you, she seems so unenthusiastic. I said, man, I think she's married too. But I was like, man, she seems like she would be a real drag in bed. It's just not that she's done anything bad. It's just the way she looks. She just looked like, she sort of looked like this, like, you done yet? I'm like, man, Nina looks, it makes me laugh when I see her because I'm like, man, Nina look like she just would not be into making no love. I promise you. But I still like watching her. Oh, and I was looking at her because it had me, and I'm gonna get into RealDoll in a second, but I was really laughing at Nina because when she was in the vagina sin competition, I was just talking about how just based on what I think that she eats and and things like that, I say, you know what? She has a savory type vagina, where it's not really super sweet. It's a nice, I don't think it's stinky at all. I think it's a nice vagina, but I think it is a little bit. It's a little bit more musky. Uh, but I was looking at her doing her stream, and I was like, "Yep." I said, I just kept on thinking like, "I'm right. I'm right." It's a little. It's got, and not musky in a bad way. Like I say, our vaginas have that sort of a muskiness to them, but I just think hers is a little bit more musky. Just seeing her and her mannerisms, I said, "Yeah, that thing it got a little stank to it in a good way, not in a bad way, not the bad stank, but the good little musky." I was like, "Look at Nina," like I say, and she's a petite woman, so I'm sure she'd be a she'd be great to have in bed, but I don't know how enthusiastic she'd be about being there. But man, I come to look forward to her streaming over the last few days because man, you would turn her on, and next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I've been looking at her for a second now. Because I've always liked watching, I like playing games and watching people play games. I haven't really watched people play games on YouTube or TikTok or anything. I used to just do it mainly with me and my brother. We used to always play games and take turns watching each other play. And man, I could watch him play for hours. He could watch me play for hours. But it's crazy. I'm such a gamer. I never got into watching people play games. As far as on what do they call it? It ain't TikTok. I said it wrong. Either way, y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, I haven't really gotten to watching people play games online. I've always been a big gamer my damn well self. Uh, but it was fun really getting into Nina play. I've watched Anna play a little bit too. She's fun to watch. I'm gonna be honest, she's fun to watch. But I don't know. I think Nina might be my most fun watch. It's probably just because of the way she talks. I think that's what it is. It's not that she talks a lot, but she just has just a good little cadence. She makes me. She says a lot of stuff that reminds me of me too. I'm gonna be honest with you. When she was playing a game, the way she was sort of describing stuff, it was reminding me of how when I play adventure games, I sort of be questioning everything, sort of like she was doing. Like she came to a point where she couldn't jump out of a window or something, and she was like, "Man, they should have made this where I can jump out of here." And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, "Man, that they sort of should have made that where you could get out of that window." So fun watch. So you can always check out Nina, especially over the next couple of days. She might still keep doing that gaming, and that's a good watch. So with all that said, as far as Real Doll is concerned, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I got Super Bowl hangover just like everybody else. This is my job, and I love my job. Don't get me wrong. I love coming on here, just sharing my life with you guys. But I was like, man, you know what? I don't want to just talk about the Super Bowl tonight. I do want to talk about, something that has to do with the doll life. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about a Real Doll. I've done so much research on them in the past and stuff, and I had came across their frequently asked questions on their page, and a lot of these questions are dog questions that you know experienced owners are already going to sort of know the answers to some of these questions, but there still may be a couple of questions in here you may not know about, and some of them are Real Doll specific, but some of them are just about maybe silicone dolls in general, to that degree. But I just said, you know what, this would be cool just to go through all their frequently asked questions and just click on them and see what the answers are, see what the answers they provide. So let's go through a few of those. And I got these on my other computer. I wish I had them on here, but I had to put these on my other computer. It's just easier to pull up. So let me see. Can I so the first question is, I'm trying to think, I ain't gonna pull it up just to be safe. I ain't gonna pull it up. It's not showing anything of nakedness or anything like that, but let me see. I ain't gonna pull it up though. I'm just gonna be safe with it. Forget it. So the first question is, can I visit the RealDoll factory? And we're talking about RealDoll. Uh, they are in my vendors list, but they're not a vendor. They're an actual manufacturer. But you can go to my list, my vendors list, in the description of this video or in the about section of my YouTube channel. If you're looking for a companion doll, it can be a RealDoll or any other companion doll brand that you're looking for. You can find it in my vendors list. I always say don't rush to buy, but if you decide to buy a doll, go through the show. It's going to help us stay alive and keep going. So the first question is, can I visit the RealDoll factory? And I think most of you may know the answer to this question, because I can already tell you that before it even loads up to yes, you can go to the RealDoll factory. So it says, yes, you can visit the RealDoll factory and the showroom by appointment only. Appointments are not available on holidays, evenings, weekends, or Fridays. Now, I didn't know that you couldn't come on, in the evening time. Let's just say they stay open 8 to 5, right? So are they saying you can't book, I guess you can't come later in the evening. I guess it has to be in the morning. I don't know why that's the case. Either way, it says, okay, it's telling you right here. It said appointment times are available between 11 a.m. and 4:30, Monday through Thursday of most weeks. It said a visit to our facility. Oh, what? It says a visit to our facility costs $100 per person, due in cash at the time of the visit. Now, I didn't know you had to pay to actually visit there. Now, that's new on me. And just to let you know, I have read these before, but it's been a while. And I didn't know you had to pay to go to visit there. That's new. So $100 per person due in cash at the time of the visit. This fee can be applied to the purchase price of a doll at a later date. The fee cannot be applied to the purchase price of other RealDoll items. So if you go there and let's just say, you pay your $100, you can say, hey, I'm going to get a RealDoll, put that $100 towards my doll. So that's cool if you decide to get a doll. But, once again, it's a small deterrent because that's a lot of money to pay just for a visit, because you can go to an amusement park or something like that, and not pay $100 a ticket or something, or go to an NBA game or sports event, and not pay $100 a ticket in some cases, depending on where you're sitting in. I just think it's, once again, RealDoll sort of does things as a deterrent in a way to say, hey, they're basically trying to weed out, I don't want to say low level people, like say as far as money, you having money. They sort of almost try to weed out people who don't have the desire to really get into this game. That's really sort of how I feel that they operate. So it's like, hey, if you're not really, 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 really into this dog game, you're not going to pay that $100. And that's fine by them. They only want the people that's super duper extra over the top serious about it. And keep in mind, you could be over the top serious about it and just not have $100 to spend. So, you could be that person. I'm gonna be honest with you, because how I am. I love me some dog game. I love the dog game. I love this lifestyle. But even for me, $100, that's that seems a bit steep. But I know how I am. I do want to actually visit RealDoll. So, unless they make an exception for me, that is a fee that I would have to pay. So let's see what they got next. Next is, where can I see a RealDoll? You can see a RealDoll by going through my vendor links in the description of this video or the about section on my YouTube. Click on their link, and then you can see a RealDoll. Now that's coming from me. Now what they say is, Up, I was right. It says if you are unable to get to our facility in California, we have affiliates around the world. Well, guess what? I'm an affiliate right here. It said, and you can see a real. It said, well, now they talking about people who actually got stores or something. Though it says you can see a RealDoll in person. You can also order your doll through many of these affiliates, which you can order your doll through me, like I did say. But you can't see a RealDoll through me because I don't own a store. It said, please ask them about their ordering and payment policies, as they may differ from ours. Well, with mine, you're actually going to use my link to go through them. So it says you can browse for one of our affiliates in your area at the dial locations page. Don't worry about that. Just go through me. It said, please contact us if you are interested in joining our affiliates program. So you could do that, but it's a lot of requirements, just to let you know. uh, and they're really strict about that. That's why I was so happy, to become an affiliate. Oh, this is a nice question. It says, I'm a cross dresser interested in a full body silicone female skin. Can I buy a real dog skin, or can you tell me where I can get a silicone female bodysuit? That is crazy. I mean, I have seen these though. I have seen people wearing these full bodysuits. Sound like one of my phones is finna die, but I don't know where it is. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. So this is a crazy question. Let's see if you can get a female bodysuit. What Real Dog gonna say? Real Dog says we do not offer silicone bodysuits. Real Dogs do not have a separate skin. These are solid silicone dolls. To our knowledge, no company offers a silicone female bodysuit. A silicone suit will require a sophisticated cooling system. Wow. Silicone retains heat and does not breathe. And be customized. It said it would need a sophisticated cooling system because silicone retains heat and does not breathe. And it has to be a custom fitted to your body from a life cast. Wow. It said we are not able to offer this type of service. They know what to do, but they don't offer it. Of course, I know the answer to this question, but it says, "Do you just sell the head? Do you just sell? Do you sell just the head or torso, or any other body part as separate items?" And so the answer to this, I can already tell you, is yes. They say we do offer a limited selection of torso products as well as doll hands and feet. I didn't know that they saw the hands separately. I'm gonna go look at that right quick. It said these are available on our accessories page. For more information on our policies and placing an order, please visit the order and instructions page. Go through my link if you ever talking about ordering, and then follow whatever instructions you need to follow. But I saw the hands. I saw the feet, which that's what I wanted. I'm like, ooh, I want some of those. I said to myself, I want some of those real dog feet. They look so realistic. I didn't see no hands though. Let me go look right quick, guys. I had to just go look at that right quick. Wait a minute, because I didn't see where you could buy the hands. Let me see that. Okay, I see a pair of feet. They got some great feet. Real Dog Oral Simulator, Super Repair Kit. Mm-hmm. Dog, excuse me, dog cleaning kit. Uh, packet of silicone adhesive, female insert. They got a transgender converter. Uh, but I don't see a pair of hands. It's just what I thought. I never saw. They must have took that option off because I don't see where you can buy a pair of hands. Oh, I forgot. You could probably specially order it. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me. I had to mute that, man, because I didn't want y'all to get grossed out there. So let me see this. Let me go back. So yeah, I forgot RealDoll is crazy like that, where even if you don't see stuff offered, you can ask for it. So you can literally call them and be like, "Hey man, instead of some feet, can I get hands?" And they'll probably be like, "Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that for you." Okay, I want to start shopping for my dog's clothes right now before she arrives. Is this advisable? It's so much I can read on here, but I'm just gonna go through the questions. I probably come back for another live stream and do another part of this. I'm just gonna go through the first set of questions on here today, though. It says, we recommend that you wait until your dog arrives and familiarize yourself with her body before you purchase her new clothes. For more information on dressing your real dog, please visit this page. What is that? Okay. If you go on there, if you let me click, hold on, let me let me click on that right quick. Why can't I say click, 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 click? Maybe because it's late, and my tongue want to get lazy. Let me check something out. Let me check something out, guys. Because I forgot, what happens when you hold on, let me see it. When you click on that link, why can't I say click, man? Let me see what happens when you click on that link. Um, when they say, when you come back for clothes, they want you to look right here. I had to open up a new page so I can keep my questions open on another page. Let me see what happens when you click this. What does it take you to? Because I think it takes you to something that doesn't exist anymore, if I'm not wrong. It said we know that clothing is just as important as any. That's when you click on. That's when you click on that little link. It says we know that clothing is just as important as any other part of your dog. We want to make sure you create the perfect look. So we've compiled a list of tips. Oh man, these tips. This ain't going. You still gonna have to figure it out yourself. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, they just going through some generic tips because they say, hey, when you buying clothes, always keep your receipts just in case you got to take it back. It says since there are no standard size in women's clothing, which women's clothing can drive you crazy. It said you may purchase something in the size range we have provided and it won't fit. Don't be discouraged. Just exchange it for the next size, up or down. When in doubt, it's usually best to buy clothing that is a tad big rather than too small. Really? Clothing that is too small will be difficult to put on your doll and can cause compression marks on the skin. Meanwhile, clothing that is too little, that is little, there's a that is a little too big, will be easier to put on your doll. It can be pinned or tailored for the perfect fit. Well, yeah, that's true. Materials. If a clothing item, oh, I see right now I'm having a trouble with C words this morning. That's what it is. And I'm gonna really be honest. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I have a broken tooth. It was some months ago. One of my teeth in the back broke, and I think every now and then it just gives me a little trouble. Every blue moon, not all the time. And this morning is one of those mornings, and it's picking C to mess with me on. But either way, if a clothing item is tight, fitting, or made of satin, silk, or similar fabric that doesn't have much give to it, definitely get the next size up. On the other hand, stretchy fabrics like nylon and spandex are more forgiving if the size is on the small side. So they sort of give you some generic advice on, how to shop for clothing. That's all that was. Let's see. Black Swordsman in the house. What up, Black Swordsman? Just having some fun, going through some frequently asked questions on the RealDoll site. Frequently asked questions on the RealDoll site. We talked a little bit about the Super Bowl. It was a great game, and it was a bad call at the end, but it was a great game. For all that may be overseas that don't know exactly what I'm talking about, which I'm sure most people know what the Super Bowl is, but it's American football, our championship. It was a good game. So we talked about that earlier. We talked about my Grizzlies playing in a basketball game earlier. And right now, we're just sort of capping the night off with a little doll talk. We're going through RealDoll site, looking at some frequently asked questions. So it says, what if I don't fit with RealDoll's sex parts? What if I don't fit? Got some good questions here. It said RealDoll vaginal and anal cavities are made snug to accommodate any insertion. The silicone flesh is soft. It says slippery when you use the appropriate lubricant and very elastic. Any water-based lubricants should be applied to ease entry. RealDoll oral cavities contain soft silicone, tongue, and teeth. The oral cavity is as snug as the doll's other entries. All three RealDoll cavities allow insertions. It says deep insertions, actually. Although oral capacity varies by face type. So depending on what face you get, it can determine the depth of her oral capabilities. What do I do if I need to cancel my order? I'm interested to see what they're going to say here. Oh. What do I do? What do I need to do to cancel my order? Because all of our products are custom handmade and created to order, the materials to create these products are purchased as orders come in. All sales are final after 30 days from your order, your order date. So you got 30 days to cancel. It said cancellations and refunds can only be requested within the first 30 days from the order date. Orders canceled within the first 7 days will be subject to a 10% cancellation fee. Orders after 7 days will be subject to a 20% cancellation fee up until the end of the 30-day cancellation period. All cancellation fees will be based on the full value of the order and will be deducted from the refund. It can take up to 45 days to complete. So that can end up being a lot of money that you just literally waste. Like I say, let's just say you spend 7,000 and I'm not great with math here, guys, but I'm just saying 7,000 and you go with the 10% fee, that's going to be $700 and something dollars, depending on how much the total order was. So, it can get pretty expensive, but you'll get most of your money back, but it'll come with a fee, either 10% or 20%, from what it sounds like. It says, do RealDolls come with a warranty? And I answered this in another live stream. You can get a warranty through this place called God Motto Haven. But let's read and see what they say. It says, Abyss Creations offers a limited 30-day warranty on the skeleton parts on the dolls. So you only get 30-day warranty on the skeleton. If a joint fails due to a manufacturer flaw, we will send a replacement part with instructions. So if they mess up, they'll send you the part for you to fix it. It said, due to the nature of the product, we cannot accept returns. However, we stand behind our product and do whatever we can to satisfy our customers. So you can go that route and try to fix it yourself, or they do have this place that I've talked about called Gamado Haven, and it's the doctor for RealDoll. Basically, this guy, he look at her. This guy, he fixes, he can repair any RealDoll. He studied under RealDoll, so he offers basically a longer warranty, and I've talked about that in that live stream. You can go check that out. It's called Dr. RealDoll is in Gamado Haven. So you can check out that video and find out all the details on how to get your RealDoll repaired. So, or under warranty or repair, under a longer warranty. What comes with my RealDoll? What comes with my RealDoll? What will you get? What will you get with your RealDoll? Do 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 do. What you think, Kelly? What you think, Kelly? This girl makes me laugh. Yeah, 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 hey, yeah. What comes with my RealDoll? Our RealDolls are shipped clothed. Typically, the female dolls ship in lingerie, lingerie, or seasonal outfits. If I was getting a RealDoll, I would prefer being a seasonal outfit. It said the male dolls typically ship in boxers and a tank top. All dolls are sent with a cleaning kit, a care guide, and a sample of I don't know what that is, why they call it that. It said a sample of ID lubricant for use with the doll. It says ID lubricant. I don't know what that stands for. Let's see. Oh, I know what to get tomorrow. Let's see. I was thinking to myself, I got to go get something at the store tomorrow. Probably for my tooth. Let's see. Where else can I buy a RealDoll? Through me. Come right on through me. Click on my description of my video, and you can find the link for RealDoll. You can buy it. It's going to take you through their site, but it's going to register you going through me. So yeah, you can buy one right here. You don't have to go anywhere. But let's see what they say anyway. I always like to be fair. Even though, I do want you to go through me, I still like to read the answer to the questions of what they have. It says, all orders are ultimately made through our facility in San Marcos. They're not in San Marcos. They're in Las Vegas now. They need to update this. It said it's possible to see and purchase dolls worldwide through our affiliates. They're talking about people who actually have buildings with dolls in them, because I don't have a building with dolls in it. It says some of our international affiliates offer valuable services, not the least of which is the ability to see a doll in person without having to come to California. But they're in Vegas now, like I said. It said RealDoll.com is the only legitimate site to buy a new RealDoll online. So basically what they're saying is you need to go through my link, to really buy a RealDoll online. So I guess they're saying, hey, if you overseas somewhere and you're at one of their affiliates and they have a doll there, then you can get a doll there. But the only way to buy one online is to go through my links, or unless you said the hell with me and just went straight through them. But we don't want to talk about that. It said, what happens when the honeymoon is over and I feel that the doll is not for me and I wish to return it? Oh, no, brother. It ain't going to be no returning the doll. Let's see what they're going to say. Although we like to fully satisfy all of our customers, our firm policy is all sales are finite. Final, my friend. However, we highly recommend that you explore the myriad of options for altering your RealDoll. You can change your clothing, swap a wig, apply certain kinds of cosmetics, and even change her face. All of our dolls are made with the Face X feature. Any doll body can be combined with any of our faces, provided you have the necessary skull. Because, some faces go with certain, skulls and things of that nature. It said Real Doll Classic Retired Faces adhere to the classic Face X skull with Velcro. The Real Doll faces attached to the Face X version 2 skull with magnets. The third skull version is for full head design faces, which includes the Wicked Real Doll faces as well as Real Doll J, L, M, and N faces. I'm gonna be honest with you, they start getting a little technical there, but basically they're saying they have different faces uh that have different attachments. So depending on what type of doll you get and the attachments on it, that's going to limit, what type of faces you can get for that particular configuration. Because if you have an older doll, it's not going to have the right attachments for these newer magnets and things of that nature to attach. So let me see where we at now. What is the lead time on a Real Doll order? Right now, I already know this ain't right. I'm going to be honest with you. It says many of our items are custom made to order, and are not in stock. Lead times vary depending on specific. It's hard to read this. It's sort of light, but he said lead times vary depending on specific product, customization requests, time of the year, and doll bodies ordered. Because we give each of our clients the special attention to detail that they require, we ask you contact us at sales@realdoll.com to see what your specific wait time will be for your doll or product. We are unique in the doll world with our realism and with the level of customization that we provide. Each of our customers are getting a high quality, one-of-a-kind commission work of art. I do love that, though. I do believe all of these dolls, even Callie and all these girls here, are all works of art. But like I said, a real doll is it's on another level, but as I've said before, they can be even on a higher level. And I hope they do decide to go there. It says, do you have any used or flawed dolls? That's a great question. It says, as the manufacturer of real dolls, we have no used dolls. We occasionally will have a doll with a surface flaw that we will make available on a first come, first served basis. We do not sell dolls with mechanical flaws. We do not keep mailing lists to notify people when a flawed doll is available. So contact or call periodically if you're interested. So you could get a doll with a minor flaw for a discount, sounds like it. But you have to call them, and they're never going to really let you know. You got to call them. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I forgot. This is a good question right here. Because I was about to say, I was going to answer that in my own mind, but no, I forgot they got a great answer. The answer for this, this next question is, how can I find out what the silicone feels like? It said, if you would like to see a sample of our silicone to judge how it feels, or to help in your skin tone selection, please purchase the skin tone sample kit in our store. So they do have a sample kit, so you can actually get the silicone, touch it, and all that. It said purchasing the sample kit will entitle you to $100 off a full-size doll or deluxe torso. Once you order the sample kit, you will be emailed a code to use for the purchase. So even though you buy the sample kit, you'll get money off of your doll. Pretty cool so far. Got several more questions here. It says, how do I, we already know how to order a real dog. Go through me. Go through my vendor's links. I can just leave that right there. Because other than that, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? So basically, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. But now I'm going to read it, though. I'm going to read it. It got some, look like it got some good information here. It says, there are several ways you can order a real dog. You can purchase a female real dog by going to the female order page, or purchase a male dog by visiting the male order page and searching the features for your dog. You can choose to order through our website using the shopping cart feature, and then save and print the order form to fax, mail, or email your order. And don't do that because you won't be going through me if you do that. It said, and for U.S. customers, hold on. It said, oh, you can email your order in, or for U.S. customers, they can charge the initial amount of $1,500 to their credit card. International orders can only be processed through the shopping cart. For money orders, bank checks, and bank-to-bank wire transfers, as we do not accept international credit cards. It's so hard to read this stuff. I can't lie. It said, please see the section of our frequently asked questions on our international order policies for more information. When you use the shopping cart to order a dog, the initial charge on your credit card will be $1,500 until you receive an order confirmation and credit card authorization via email. I'm going to be honest with you. That was a lot. Basically, just go through my site, and once you get over there and choose your dog and put it together, however you're going to put it together, believe me, you ain't gonna be too confused on how to pay. It ain't you're gonna have to go once you get your dog together, then you're gonna have to just like you said, pay with a card or through your bank or whatever. It's gonna be simple, should be as simple as that. Let me see. Blah 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 blah. Oh, can I get a catalog? Can you get a catalog? Okay. That's a pretty interesting question. What up, Bearded McChild? He said, hello, Dog King. What up, Bearded? He said, unfortunately, we no longer have a catalog of our products. We do have some printed materials for people interested in our products. However, please call or contact our offices to let us know what you're most interested in. We'll send you relevant information in a discreet package. That's pretty cool. Hey, man, I might want to do that. It's pretty cool. It said, what is a hybrid dog? What is a hybrid dog? I know what a hybrid dog is in the regular dog world, but what is it for real dog? Because in the regular dog world, that's like a hybrid dog is basically a dog with a TPE body with a silicone head. And I still don't understand how they do that, because silicone is supposed to be allergic to TPE and vice versa. But either way, they say the hybrid dog is a combination of various options spanning multiple dog lines, making never before seen combinations possible. For example, taking a real dog head and attaching it to a wicked real dog body, or a Boy Toy series body. While not all combinations will be possible, most of them will work. So if you see this face you like and the body you like, and they happen to be from different lines of our dogs, let us know, and we would do our best to make the combination work. Yeah, so they talking about, to me, that's not a hybrid, you know what I'm saying? It's a hybrid within real dog, that's the question they're answering. But normal hybrids out there in the rest of the dog world, they mean mixing a silicone and TPE body. But of course, RealDoll does not do TPE, so I knew they weren't going to say that. It said, what qualifies as a standard doll? What qualifies as a standard doll? That's a pretty cool question. And we're doing frequently asked questions from RealDoll. What qualifies as a standard doll? Every doll is made to order, but a standard doll is one made from any combination of face and body, eye color, wig style and color, pubic hair, nail color, and makeup from our standard selections. A non-standard doll would be a she-male. One with specialty labia, realistic eyes, or human hair wig. Anything that requires a special order is considered non-standard. Can my doll change facial expressions or blink? I think Kevin Gray, Doll King Army team member, was asking me about this. I told him that RealDoll can do that with their robotics now. But it says this. It says, although the faces cannot change expressions and they do not have closing eyes, and they're talking about their regular dolls, we do offer expression and closed eye versions of many of our standard faces. Now, that's pretty cool. So they do have different faces that have expressions on them. I'm talking about without it being the AI dolls. So they, like, if you order a doll from them, you can get one with a expression on their face or a closed eye version of many of our standard faces. That's pretty cool. If there are expression versions available of the face you like, you will see them shown with the standard faces on our gallery pages. Really? I don't ever remember seeing that. I ain't gonna even look for it right now, but I've never seen the where they show the. I know they exist, but I've never seen them actually on the site where you can see see the extra faces. I've never seen that. I just clicked on it over here, and I don't see that coming up. That's something I'm gonna probably have to look for on my own because I don't see the extra faces. No, I don't see that. So either way, it's still something that I wouldn't really worry about. I'd just ask if I didn't see it. I'd ask them about it. How are doll sizes measured? How are doll sizes measured? I think these are some cool little questions though. It says the measurements shown for real dolls are close approximations. They are compiled from actual measurements taken off real dolls. The shoe sizes given are slightly too large in order to make putting shoes on the dolls easier and less likely to damage the toes. It said, click here. They're going to meet with that click word again, but click here to view our female doll measurements and here for our male doll specifications. Now I'm on this page. They say click here, but there's nowhere to click. So that's something that needs to be addressed. This is so vague. What sort of people buy real dolls? I'm gonna read what they say though. It says that perfect answer. There's no type of person who buys a real doll. Our customers include futurists, artists. I love that word futurists. I like that. Artists, art collectors, photographers, filmmakers, scientists, health professionals, housewives, single men and women, couples seeking to enhance their sex lives, people looking for exotic decorative art, adult retailers who want the ultimate display mannequin, or anyone who desires to possess the world's most realistic love doll. If you would like to see dolls owned by some of our clients, please visit our testimonials page. If you would like to submit a review comment, or pictures for the testimonials page, please contact us. I actually like the testimonials page. I think I'm gonna read that another time. I'm gonna read the testimonials probably another time, but they're great to read. I'm gonna go over them one day, probably later on this week. But tomorrow, I think I'm gonna talk about this company that I really, really like. I think I'm gonna do a company review video for tomorrow. I think that's what's gonna happen. Do you make BBW or chubby dolls? Do you make BBW or chubby dolls? This is a good one. I already know the answer to it. I read it a while back, but they says, due to material restrictions, we cannot make a very buxom or voluptuous doll. I've said this before. Even though Stopper has come out with what they call their BBW doll, it's still not what you would call a legitimate BBW doll, like a human woman. Because these BBW human women, I've dated some BBWs. I'm talking about where they're just thick everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Arms, wrists, ankles, everything. Not fat, but just thick, good thick. But to make an actual doll like that, like they said we have received many requests for a fuller figure doll and developed the curvy body 10 model to meet their requirement. We cannot make dolls much bigger than that because they would be prohibitively heavy and difficult for most people to use. So they got a curvy body 10, but it's still not like a BB or legitimate BBW. I seen Matt talk about this personally, just I saw him talking about it. He was just like, man, it'll be too heavy to move to make it a true BBW. It'll just be too heavy. And I understand what he means because I feel like Saima's already too heavy for me, and she's not even a BBW doll. Can I get a doll with no seam lines? And that's one of the things I do love about Mara Blade. You cannot even hardly see her seam. Honestly, I can't really see them on Cali and them either until I'm taking them, till I get ready to get him a bath. When they started getting natural light, that's when I really can see their seam line. But with Mara Blade, my Iron Tech full silicone, super realistic girl, nah, bro, I don't. It's you can see it on my review video. It's only a couple of small spots where you can see the seam lines on her body. But they say it's not possible to get a doll with no seam lines because of how they are molded. Our skilled artisans carefully trim all of the seams by hand to make them as low profile and unnoticeable as possible. So every doll has some sort of a seam line as of right now in history. But they're, like I say, depending on how good they do their work, you can hardly notice it in some cases. Where my Iron Tech girl, I'm telling you, it's hard to find the seam lines on her. Very hard. Very hard. Look at Callie looking good. Look at Callie. Callie. I love to look at her in the screen. Look at Callie. You look good, girl. You looking good, Callie. It said, can I press my doll's breast together to form deep cleavage? Come on, bro. Of course you can. I mean, come on. I mean, but it's a frequently asked question, so I still want to see what they say. They say, yes, depending on the body. Well, yeah, right. That's why I always like to click on the answer and see. It says yes, depending on the body type. Because I forgot you can get a doll with some A cup breasts, very small breasts, and guess what? You won't be able to push them together. It says smaller breasted bodies are not suitable for this type of activity. Real doll breasts are extremely elastic and pliant. So, very pliable. Hold on. Yeah, they say pliant, but hey, I'm going to say pliable. Oh, what else? How hard are the doll's nipples? And will they show through the clothes? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. My girls, depending on what shirt they have on, they always popping through. So I'm sure Real Doll will too. It says, Real Doll nipples feel very much like real erect nipples. They show through clothes. It says, can you pull a bite on a real dog's nipples without fear of tearing them? I could pretty much answer this and say, nah, you don't need to go too far. Sure, you could apply a small amount of pressure, right? That's what they said. It said, yes, within reason. It said real dog nipples can withstand approximately 400% elongation before tearing. Pulling or biting very hard on the nipple can cause them to tear off if you pull it too if you are too rough. So, like I say, they can withstand a little bit of that, but you don't want to go too far with it. Even cat and them can withstand, nibbling on and all that type of stuff. Once again, I haven't done all of them, but I know they're strong enough to withstand without tearing up unless I'm just trying to. Uh, oh, this is a no-brainer, but it says, how real do the breasts actually feel on a real doll? And come on now. It said we use a special formulation of silicone, which has a gelatinous consistency. Oh, that's pretty cool. Normally people have solution inserted into the doll, like gel implants, but they're saying that they're basically saying it's a gel implant to a degree, though, because they're saying it's silicone with a gelatinous consistency. This special silicone gel is used inside the real doll breast to make them look, feel, and bounce like real breasts. The silicone gel is cured silicone rubber and is completely dry. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Now that's pretty cool. It said it is not a liquid, so a real doll's breast cannot leak. Well, you know what? That's different because I think that yeah, I think that Saima's breast, her gel breast, and even my auntie doll's breast, I think they're liquid. They can, they can actually burst, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Because even with my WM doll, I was hearing about warnings of breasts can possibly burst during travel. Luckily, that didn't happen with mine. And they told me that it has happened mainly with bigger WM breasts. And as far as iron tick doll, uh, you know, it was actually a possible, it's a possibility with those breasts, with those gel breasts that something could happen. As the bigger they are, the more chance something could happen, but nothing happened to mine either. But theirs is dry. Uh, Real dolls is dry on the inside, so it cannot leak. That's pretty cool. It said typically the breast would be a little firm when your doll arrives, but they will soften with time. And I've talked about that with Caddy. She has solid breasts. She doesn't have gel breasts, but her breasts are so soft now. When I first got her, they were a little brickified. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I remember as days and weeks went on, because I would always grab on them every now and then when I'm walking out of the room. I'm like, man, Caddy, your breast getting softer and softer. I thought it was a figment of my imagination till one day I'm like, oh no, and they are extremely soft right now. To be solid breasts, they are extremely soft. So I know a real dog's breast is going to get soft. Almost at the end. It said, can I pierce my dog's ears and nipples? Yep, you can do that. You can do that pretty much on any dog. You can pierce their ears and nipples. But if you do have a gel breast dog from another company, you want to be careful. It said, yes, you can pierce real dog anywhere. You should always use a straight piece of jewelry rather than a curved bar for best results. Piercing holes will become permanent after a few days. When using earrings, do not use the earring backs. Oh, that's pretty cool. So they tell you don't use the backs of earrings. I didn't know that. And it's just like a real person. If you pierce it once, it's not going to stay. It's going to basically be like it healed back up. But if you leave it in there for a while, then the hole will stay in there. It looks like I'm at the end of the questions. Are tattoos available? It's a great time, too. It's about a good little spot. It says, are tattoos available? And I already know they are. It says tattoos can be applied by the customer. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. It said tattoos can be applied by the customer using temporary tattoos available in many stores. So you can put a temporary tattoo on them. That's pretty cool. It said, we also have done custom tattoo work for special orders. These are priced based on complexity and the level of artistry required. It said, it is possible that the color can rub off over time with friction, as the silicone is not intrinsically tinted in these processes. Please contact us for more information on tattoos, freckles, birthmarks, or other applied detailing. I wonder have they advanced on that yet, because I was looking at RealDoll the other day, and they offer like 15 different tattoos you can get, from the company. So in that regard, they would probably be ahead of RealDoll. I'm gonna be honest with you, because they're sort of saying how it may rub off, and I didn't hear RealDoll saying that theirs will rub off. So they must have a way to do it to where it's gonna stay in your body, and not even have to think about rubbing off. But I think it's cool that, I guess, I wonder if I can do that with my iron tick doll, because she's silicone, but they're saying, hey, you can get a temporary tattoo and use it, and it's not going to damage her. So I could keep on going with some other questions, but I think this is a good place to stop. Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. So that was fun going through the frequently asked questions for RealDoll. I hope you found a lot of great information on there. Now, some of you may not even be interested in RealDoll, but it's still great to read those questions and just sort of see how companies do things, and because everybody doesn't do everything like RealDoll. But if you're ever interested in the RealDoll, those are some very great facts to know, some frequently asked questions. And I've read these things months and months ago. That's why it was almost sort of new to me again. And I love that it's new to me, just like it is to you guys, but new again to me. But I've read this a while back, and I've been knowing for the longest that I was gonna go over this at some point. So I thought it was interesting. Some of those answers were fun. And even when I was saying, like, I thought I knew what they were going to say, they sort of threw me a curveball on a couple of them. So I thought that was very interesting. But the main purpose of this show was to sort of reflect on that Super Bowl. It was a great Super Bowl. It had a little bit of a sour note with a bad call, but it was fun. Like I say, it was a great, blessed day today. God bless, us with a great day. Every day above ground is great, but this was a little sweet. Got a little food from aunties. Saw some great sports on TV. Saw some great anime. Now we're going to get us a little bit of rest. We want to send blessings over your life, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for, believing for, whether it's health, finances, new relationships, whatever it is. We're praying that you have it. We ask you believe it and receive it. But we definitely want to get this little show in today, have a little fun, talk a little Super Bowl, a little sports, and then throw in a little doll topic, to top things off. And tomorrow, like I say, I think we're going to do a dive into one of my favorite manufacturers. I don't know if it's going to be a live stream, though. I think it's going to be just a show. But it's one that I've been putting out for the longest, because it's a company that I just have really, really admired from afar. Really, I'm talking about really admired. So I'm going to talk about them tomorrow. But other than that, we're finna get the hell out of here. Blue CCG, he says, cheers, Dog King. What up, Blue CCG? Good to have you, brother. Dog King Army team in the house. I want to say shout out to all of my Dog King Army team members. God bless you. We up to 13 strong, Army growing, baby. I appreciate y'all support. Hey, no matter what's going on, they holding the fort down. I appreciate it, man. Hey, look, y'all make the dream possible. And thank you for all my normal viewers. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscription button, hit that like, share, talk about the show, and definitely spread the word, man. We're trying to grow every single day, and we appreciate your support while we are doing it. But as of today, we're finna relax, get the hell out of here, let you enjoy your Monday, have a great rest of your week. It's been a fun time, but we are finna get the hell up out of here. Love you guys. It's been a good one, and we are out of here. I turned it off too early. Sorry about that. Either way, love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a good one. I got an extra comment here. What is it? Blue CCG, love your positivity. Thank you, Blue CC. Have a good one, my friend.